There's a lot of players that Arizona will be in on. This is where we also are going to find a player that I like that you don't like, and it's going to turn into Cody Williams 2.0. Is this a fun idea?
Yeah, that's what we do all the time. I don't know.
Right.
I think we're in agreement on most of the guys that Arizona's recruiting, though.
All right. So let's talk about some of these players and where we go from here. But first and foremost, I want to talk about Tunday Yesufu. I am very excited to see Tunday because I will be very honest with people. I was not overly impressed last year. He looked to me like somebody that was totally maxed out, looked to me like more of an ASU type player. But it does seem like he has improved a great deal, although you guys dropped him in your rankings from 21 to 26. Perhaps you have an idea that he might be committing to Arizona.
Did we drop him?
You did drop him. I looked at your rankings with a fine-tooth comb last night.
He's probably the top of my list of guys that I want to see. Mainly because, you want to see how much guys have improved last year. There's going to be a bunch of players. It's my first time seeing him, but I'm always curious how guys improve one year to the other, especially because supposedly he's got a bit of a jump shot now. And if that's true, I think he's a good prospect to begin with, but if he's got a jump shot, that's big time.
If he's got a jump shot, then we're talking about somebody that's probably going to be a couple-year player then at that point, as opposed to just like a really, really good college player. I think that's
also you are wrong.
Oh, 26 to 21 or 21 to 26.
No. Oh, looking right at it. I mean, what are you? 2022, he was 15th, but in
2001, when I got on there, it said 20. It was his previous ranking was 21, and now he's at 26.
Dude, you're looking at composite. We had him at 37, and
you have him even worse.
No, he's 28 now. He moved up 9 spots.
Ooh. Yeah, well, you know what? It still doesn't help your case because I had him said that you had him at 26 and you still have him at 28. I was trying to get you
moved up. He moved up. That's all I'm going to say. He moved up.
So when if he commits, does he drop? Do you wait until?
I don't know. That depends how he plays.
Okay, but I am very excited to see Tunday. I'm sure that he is excited to see me as well. He is, like I said, very, very nice prospect, and he would fit in very well in the Big 12 as well. We will obviously look at that. All right, now, Braden Burres. You and I initially, you did not like Braden Burres as much as I did. You keep.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
You didn't like his body type.
I didn't like his body type, but he was talented as heck. He's also also 19 years old.
Okay, so you don't like him as much as I do. I like him more than you.
Really good. He's really good, but Arizona feels he's probably the best guard in the country, to be blunt.
Okay, all right. So Arizona he also would very much be like a one and done. I prefer. Very much would be a one and done. And I like players. I'm also at the point too where I like players that can get their own baskets. We're going to talk about this more. I am tired of getting into the NCAA tournament and guys that just shoot threes. I like guys that can actually get their own bucket. Braden Burres can get his own buckets, Jason Shearer.
Yeah, he's a scorer. Pure and simple. The dude can get buckets in a variety of ways. And a lot of times you say that because they don't do anything else, but Burres is a pretty good passer. He's a pretty good defender. He's legit. Like him quite a bit. I would expect Tommy. I don't want to say he'll be at every single game because I don't know if games will kind of go against each other. But he'll be up there.
Arizona has been recruiting. What I do like about Tommy Lloyd, and maybe there's a way that maybe we can take some credit for it, but I do like Tommy Lloyd getting in on these kids early now, Jason Shearer. I believe that we had something to do with this.
Yeah, they've been on Burres for a while.
Right.
We were watching Burres last year. I actually watched Burres 2 years ago.
Really?
2 years ago.
Is that when you didn't like him initially?
No, he was a stud 2 years ago. He had the first time he went on Arizona's radar, I think in that tournament, he dropped like 40 points. It was stupid.
Okay, so you liked him 2 years ago. You didn't like him last year. Now you like him again, correct?
Yeah. No, but
you said yeah.
No, you keep going with that though. At no point have I ever disliked Braden Burres as a player.
Okay. Do you now? Who's a better NBA prospect, Cody Williams or Braden Burres?
Ooh, Cody Williams is nothing for me. He does nothing.
So you're saying, all right, fair enough. You can go ahead and say Braden Burres then.
Sure.
You think Braden Burres is a better NBA prospect than Cody Williams?
Sure, why not?
Sheer, lay down the gauntlet right now.
I have to see him in college. You can't say NBA prospect when you're in the class of 2025.
Sure you can. You just did. And
I will say this. Coming out of high school, I would rather have Braden Burres on my team than Cody Williams.
Does it matter to you that they're both the same age, and that one is going to be going into the NBA and one's going to be going into his senior year of high school?
Nope. I don't care about the NBA. What does Cody Williams in the NBA do for Arizona?
I literally just said, do you think he's a better NBA prospect? That was my question.
I don't know. He's 2025. I don't understand your question here. That's like asking me if a junior in high school is a better NBA prospect than a guy being drafted.
All right. So, yes, maybe we could tell Tommy to recruit Texas and we can take credit for it. We are going to take credit for every single success that Tommy Lloyd has. And if there's a failure, guess what? We'll blame Bruce Pascoe.
Not our fault.
Not our fault, man. We tried to tell you. All right, now let's talk a little bit about some in-state kids. Now, I put it. What if the Knicks draft Cody Williams? Ooh,
they will.
Nice.
They might draft Pella.
What's that?
They might draft Pella, from what I'm hearing.
Pella's a better NBA prospect than Cody Williams, correct?
No. But the Knicks don't have. We'll see what the.
All right. Now, I threw this out to Sheer yesterday via text message. I'm going to let you guys know an insight of some of the dark side, besides sending him pictures of Dumb and Dumber 2 that I was watching last night. I sent a very good question to Sheer, and Sheer said that's actually a very good question. And here's the question. I asked, out of 3 players, Koa Pete, Braden Burres, and Tunday Yesufu, over or under Arizona getting 1.5 of those players. Sheer, you didn't answer it before. You just said it was a good question. Now you're going to have to answer it.
That's tough. I think Arizona lands at least 1. Let's go over.
Not what I asked. So are you going over or under?
We're watching this show. Let's go over.
You're going over. All right. That's what we like it. Back the A. Why not back the A on this one? Yes, I like that very, very, very much, Jason Sheer.
I'll tell you right now, if they had Orlando Antigua, it'd be 3 for 3.
Listen, no, you're actually understating it. If they had Orlando Antigua, they would be 4 for 3. There would be another 5-star kid that would come here for free just to be able to play with Orlando Antigua. By the way, that Illinois putz, he hasn't been back since then. I think he probably.
Did you see they tried to start a fight with me last night? They're like,
no,
hey,
I didn't see it. You got to show me this stuff.
And it's like, dude, I never said he's going to Arizona. Why can't you guys understand?
Here's the thing with Sheer. I was talking with Sheer about this yesterday, and a couple people have noticed this as well. Jason Sheer, much nicer on Twitter to people right now. He is leaving me to be the attack dog. Jason Sheer, if anybody comes at you, I have this pen right here and this.
I will say this, though, and we didn't think about this. Will John Canzano be at Big 12 Media Day?
Oh, the guy who literally just made up stuff nonstop about the Big 12.
Like, there's got to be a possibility, right?
Right. If you're Brett Yormark, it is funny because with George Kliavkoff, like obviously he was just Canzano was just reporting anything as fact that Kliavkoff was telling him. Canzano, though, with Canzano, Brett Yormark strikes me as somebody with a long memory, Jason Sheer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he'll know. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I doubt that he's going to be getting an exclusive. You know who's going to be getting an exclusive?
Me.
This guy. Right here. Right here. I'm getting exclusive with Brett Yormark. I am very excited about it, but probably not as excited as he is to finally meet me. We would agree with
it. Will take place at the Del Taco in Vegas, the big one?
No, I'm going to talk about the Del Taco 12. I think that is a great idea. That's Del Taco 12. Now, we're going to get back to all of our, back the A-Ray, my guy, everybody in here. Hello, everybody. All right, now let's get back to some more stuff. Cam Holmes, in-state kid, Millennium. I like this kid a great deal. I think that he could very much be a one and done. He can go pretty much anywhere. I'm very excited to see him because I don't know that we discovered him last year, but I don't know that we didn't discover him either.
Oh, I've been watching him for 2 years. Yeah. I watched
him 2 years ago.
Yeah, we discovered him. We're taking credit.
Nice.
I was surprised. He didn't make the first round of cuts for the USA team. That kind of surprised me, but in a way I'm happy because now I get to watch him.
Yes.
There's multiple guys that made the cut and now we can't watch them, which kind of sucks.
Right.
Really good. I would say there's like 5 guys that Tommy is going to prioritize this weekend, and if he's not 1, he's 2. or 3.
Yes.
You know, it's Burres, Tunday, and him.
Yes, exactly. Very much like that as well. All right. Now, what is the Rick Barron's? We got to remember this question. That's a very good question because we were going to talk about Bruce a little bit later on in the show. By the way, Ryan Hansen Sheer will not be on Friday. So Ryan Hansen, talk about a better backup option than the primary option. Ryan Hansen will be joining the show at 10:30. So that is very, very nice.
I like Ryan.
Yeah, Rhino's a very good person.
Good choice.
He actually likes you as well.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Now, let's talk about the House twins for a second here. This is a very fascinating recruitment because I like both of them. Now, there's one that's definitely better than the other.
Caden is significantly better than Kalik.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Now, this is going to be an odd recruitment, though, because they're basically a package deal, it seems like. If you're ASU and you already ran off the other house, are you even in the picture there? Somehow it does seem like they are. And Arizona, one is much, much better than the other one. But do you take a 2-for-1, Jason Shear?
I mean, if you have to, you have to, right? Like, they haven't offered either. They're on Compass now. Curious how they do. It's weird. It's a weird.
They're both good. I mean, the one's really good.
Kalik's not bad. I don't want to pretend like Kalik's bad.
He's better than the other Tabellis brother.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he could. I mean, if there's a situation here where like he would play, but like in our rankings, for instance, we have Caden at 36 and Kalik at 116, and I think it's probably pretty accurate.
Right.
Like
I thought it was Kalik at first when I saw it. Like, you know, like the spinny stuff on your hair.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have to take 2, what are you going to do, right? Like, if you think Caden's really good and you have X amount of scholarships, like Arizona has a scholarship open right now, right? Are you really saying no? Because times have changed.
When are you going to have Ben Hansen on? Respectfully, I will never have Ben Hansen on. He is related to Greg Hansen. We will not have him on.
I don't know what happened to Ben.
I don't know what happened to him either, but he will not be on the show. Hope all is well, though. But now let's get back to some other players, though, Sheer. We've got some more in-state guys. I very much like looking at in-state players now. Some of these guys I've never even heard of until the other day, but I'm still excited to be able to watch them. All right, now let's talk about Cam Williams from St. Mary's. What do I need to know about Cam Williams?
I really want to see him. I didn't even know he existed.
I didn't know he existed. Never heard of him until you sent me this.
I'm going to be really honest. We put him in our new rankings at 34th. He wasn't even ranked before. We have him at 34th. I think ESPN has him higher. He's a guy I have to see. See him. I don't know where he came from or anything, but clearly he's played well this spring. I mean, he's the guy Arizona's going to watch 2026 forward. Very, very curious. He's a 6'7", 190. Needs to put on some weight, obviously. But look, I mean, if you go from unranked to top 40, there's something to be said. All
right, Glenn. They not only is it Channing Frye's old school, it is Jared Bayless's old school.
I remember driving to see Bayless play. I don't remember who it was. It might have been it was a really good school, and it was standing room only, man. That dude in high school in that little gym, that St. Mary's gym, I don't think I've had more fun at a high school game than I did that night.
Jared, let's be honest, too. Jared Bayless is criminally underrated when it comes to Arizona players here. That dude is a freshman, averaged 20 points a game playing for Kevin O'Neill.
Yeah, I don't think in when he was in high school, we had the pleasure. I'm sure you saw him in high school
many times.
Like, how good was that dude?
Oh, he's awesome. He was just he was too big. It was to the point. I'll give you an idea, and I was obviously wrong here, but I didn't know who I thought was better, him or Derrick Rose. Honestly,
no, that was a debate. Yeah. That was a legit debate in high school. Absolutely.
Absolutely. He was absolutely fantastic. Very, very good. Guys like that, they don't consider ASU.
I think at the end of the day, Bayless's body kind of betrayed him.
No, right? You know what the bigger problem with Bayless is that he couldn't dribble. Bayless was very much, he just dribbled. He put his head down and he just got to the hoop. He had very little ability to be able to get you off balance, to be able to do any of that stuff. But he was absolutely fantastic. Very much like Jared Bayless. Joseph, when are the Morales sisters coming on? They will not be coming on. We have nothing to complain about. But that was very, very funny though. All right, now another guy that I'm very, very excited to see that you and I you gave me some grief on the board and Frank Caliendo shot you down. By the way, very interested to see Jason Shear and Frank Caliendo meet. But
We're going to be best friends.
Yes, you are. And Glenn. Oh, Glenn was another one that was giving Sheer crap about his handshake. Glenn, we talked about you on the phone last night. Not only is Sheer going to crush the handshake with Frank Caliendo, he is going to make it so those knuckles are never able to essentially do any work again. Yeah. Glenn, you have my word. Sheer, this is true. Yep. We talked about this.
His hand will be broken.
His hand will be broken, my friend. So again, all right. But now let's talk a little bit about Bruce Branch. You gave me crap about Bruce Branch on your message boards.
I just like when you proclaim players as being like top 5. You didn't even know who Bruce Branch was a week ago.
Yeah, I didn't, but I asked around then. I asked around, and somebody that is very, very connected with Gilbert Perry told me that he is a better prospect at the same stage than Cody Williams.
Yeah, I just haven't seen him. I mean, that's all I really meant.
Who cares, man? There's a lot of guys you haven't seen and you speak on.
I want to see him. He's near the top of the list for sure. He's really good. The good thing is, like, you want to watch him, right? But you don't need to really focus on him if you're Tommy Lloyd, because he's 2027. But you got to see him. I'm curious. There's another 2027 kid I need to watch, because I think when it's all said and done, I think he's going to be as good as Branch.
Guess what? Guess what? Kyle Dodd, the great Kyle Dodd, also told me about Bruce Branch. He knows Bruce Branch since 5th grade. Did you know this? Bruce Branch's mother is 6'3".
There you go.
That is a tall woman. She is taller than I am. She is taller than you are as well. So I'm very excited to see him. Father played in the NFL, or grandfather played in the NFL. I can't remember which one it is.
The difference with basketball and football is, like, there are a bunch of 2027 players that we need to see. Like, he's one of them. Darius Wobbington, the kid at Sunny Slope. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yeah. I only know his name because whenever I first heard the name and it was Wobbington, I was thinking, you mean Washington. It is not.
Yeah, I thought it was a typo as well, but it's not. He's a stud. He's a guy that I think Arizona fans need to know. Tommy's going to watch him. It wouldn't shock me if he got an offer. And I know that's early for Tommy, but I guess he worked out for Arizona and some other coaches over the spring when it was legal and all that, and he killed.